Am I live? Is it working? Hello? Anybody out there? I'm just checking a few things here before I get started. Let's see here. I just want to make sure that the comment section is working. I'm going to get notified. Let me see. Am I live? Oh, yeah. All right. It's working. Cool. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm live. Oh man, all these little overlays are kind of in my way actually. Man, see if I can hide them. Oh, there we go. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Lewis, can you see my whole screen here? Is it easy to read for the most part, or not really? If I zoom in, does it work better? Kind of like that. Well, we'll see. Okay, if you want me to check out any stocks, go ahead and put them in the comment section below, and I will pull up a stock. But in the meantime, I am just scanning for live. I'm just live scanning for stocks as of right now for my upcoming episode of the weekly scan. So let's see what I can find. I'm going to start off. I'm on finviz.com right now. Finviz. If you click over here on the screener tab, it'll bring you over to this page, and there's a couple tabs up here. We got the fundamental, technical, descriptive. I go to technical. This is just starting out, and I kind of look for, let's see here. Let's go long, lower shadow. I'm looking for candlesticks that had basically came all the way down, but they're kind of moving to the upside. Let me see here. Lewis said it zoomed in a little bit better, except then I'm going to be cutting off some of the screen. So I'll zoom in here when I bring up the charts to make it a little bit easier to read. But yeah, that's a good point. So I don't know what to do about that. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and look at lower shadow. I'm going to double click volume. I want to look for pretty liquid stocks. So let's see what I can find. Sorry for all these ads that pop up. Finviz is free. I just got to pay, or I just got to get ads. It's because I don't feel like paying for it, I guess. Okay, so let's see if there's been any stocks here. I'm just going to kind of scan down these see if anything sticks out to me here. Basically, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a hammer candle that formed towards maybe a little bit of a pullback. Maybe around support of some sort. Potentially higher than normal volume. If you guys want me to pull up any specific stocks, let me know so I can analyze those. Just leave it in the comment section below. Ooh, this is nice. CLVS. All right, let's pull up CLVS. Let me zoom in for you guys. The safest way to double your money. Hell yeah, baby. Come on now. Woo! All right, so let me see if this... Here we go. Okay, CLVS. Let's go ahead and update that. Okay. What do we got here? The safest way is it to fold it over and put it in your pocket. That is the safest way to double your money. Shoot. Okay, so CLVS. This is what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna fill it to the 3-month chart. Let me update that. Go like that for you guys. Okay, so go a little bit higher. Let me see if you guys can see that. Zoom out just a little bit. This is difficult. Okay, so what I like about this right here is, check this out. So this is going to definitely go on the watch list. Gosh, let me see here. What's going on? This is difficult. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay. Hella cool. I wonder what the lag time is when you send that. Okay, so there's this kind of trend line downwards. I'm going to just make it a bigger, thicker line there so you guys can see it. And then I have this area kind of down here. So what you see, what I see, make sure that you can see it. Yeah. Now, if there's only a way to move this thing. Let me just go like this. Sheesh. This thing is difficult to use. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Go like this. Check out QQQ. All right, I'll check out QQQ. First, though, okay, so CLVS. This is a kind of a breakout already that's taking place. So if you see that this trend line's been going down and it broke out, and it kind of looks like it went back to back test it. The MACD is showing bullish momentum. It's kind of has that split. If you can see, let me see if I can circle it. Yeah, like right there. So this could be a potentially good one to see more of a break side to the up. So yeah, we'll keep that in mind. I'll go check out QQQ right now. QQQ, if I remember, that's one of them that you were invested into, right, Lou? And then you pulled out a little bit of it. Just pulled out. Pulled out. Shit, doggy. All right. Come on now. Okay. All right, QQQ. Okay, so let me see here. What do we got? So this would be a good one in my opinion, but I would wait. Yeah, I would wait. Let me know when you see this, and I'll tell you the lag time. Sorry, dude, Carl. I probably saw that. I just didn't. I didn't read it in time. So QQQ, Lewis. Actually, if I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and annotate. I hate how it moves it. I gotta figure out a better way to do this. A horizontal line through this area right here. Let me see if you can see that. So basically what I'm showing right now is it was oversold. The RSI indicator kind of is a really easy way. If it shows that green up there or past the 70 mark, it means that it's being, I'm sorry, not oversold, overbought. So it was overbought. It formed this like, I would say, can you guys not see my mouse when can you not see my mouse when I scroll over this? I don't know how to check that. It would be a lot easier if you guys could see my mouse. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, you can. I think. Yeah, right there. Okay, so there was this, so right over here in this oversold territory, this candle, it's kind of hard to see. Now can you, Lewis? I feel like you can now. Let me know. So this little candle is known as a wolf candle, and it was done in bought territory. So you're seeing this kind of pullback. No mouse still. Shit. Shoot. Yep, you can see it, or no, you can't. Oh my gosh, I can't tell the lag time. Yes, now I can see it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so Lou, I would say that a good range to purchase QQQ in. I would say, I mean, if it could come back to this 30 range in the RSI, I mean, it looks like it could potentially still be a steeper pullback. The MACD right here is crossing over. That's a pretty bearish sign. So I would say a good range to maybe start getting into it. I would say it's going to bounce where this line is, the 225 marker. So I think it could pull down. I think it could pull down another $5 easily because it shows this is a previous resistance, and then it was broken. It gapped up and broke, and now it's previous. Now it's support. So it can come down here, acts as support, or it could come down to this range. Oops. Or it can come down to this range and do what's called a gap fill. And it just so happens that right in this range, look where the blue line is. That's the 50-day moving average. So I would say a potential good opportunity to get back into this would be right in that range right here. So anywhere from basically 220 to 225, I would start potentially scaling in. The lifetime on here is about a minute, full minute. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm doing normal latency, so there's going to be a little bit of a time delay because I hear if I do it faster, it could be like my voice can echo and do all kinds of weird stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I would say 220 range to 225, and then I would have a stop loss. I would have my stop loss in this case. I mean, if it's a long-time investment, you don't need to worry crazy amount about it. But if you were trading it for like months, maybe, you can do a trailing stop loss, or like right here kind of looks like a range I wouldn't want to see it keep going below. If it does, I mean, I could see a much bigger drop to maybe its previous support of 200 to 205. So like right here, see how it pulled back and then gave some more support in this area. So I'd say a stop loss would be 213 would be the best area for a stop loss, and then you would scale into a position right in this range. So that would be my best bet. Any other stocks? Come on, give me some stocks. Give me some ideas. I'm gonna pull up. I did pull up CLVS, so that was cool. Let me see if I find any other ones. I'll keep an eye out here. So you know what? You can click this. I'm gonna do a double top pattern. Sometimes I randomly see like, oh, whoops, with a longer. Okay. So right now I'm looking for what's called a double top pattern, and some of these that I've seen before, not only do they double top, but they're like showing this ascending triangle of sorts. All right, PFSI. I know what that is. That's that Penny Mac, right? Penny Mac, I think that's what it is. All right, let me check a PFSI. PFSI. Penny Mac. Yeah, buddy. It's Penny Mac. All right, let's see what's going on here. NVDA. Okay, I'll pull up NVDA here in just a second. NVIDIA is a good one to day trade. That thing's a pretty quick mover. Penny Mac. So this is interesting. I wouldn't necessarily move into Penny Mac right as of now. I'd want it to. Well, God, it's hard to say. I'll annotate it for what I mean. So if I draw the horizontal line right in this area, this range, this, as you can see, it like came up and it was being rejected. So there's a lot of resistance in this area. So yeah, it could be this could be a potentially good one for the upside. It's just the MACD. MACD is not showing me all too much, and same with the RSI, those indicators, but that's not necessarily too important. It looks like it's trying to struggle to break through this range. Man, this is a tough one. I would consider this more of a speculation. There's no clear direction where will it go, but you would technically be in the range to buy as of right now. If it breaks the 36, if it breaks above, let me see where this is, 35, 36, 35, 90. Yeah, I would say if it breaks above 36, you can see a move up to 37 very, very easily. So that would be a $1 share gain, like pretty simple. Or you can speculate. Yeah, the MACD is stands. That's the McDonald's. Shoot. So you can wait for the breakout, buy it maybe 36.05, and then sell some of the position at 37. That'd be for a quick scalp. Or it could be just breaking out, back testing, and now it's going up for the higher move. So yeah, I would say if it can pull back more to the 50-day moving average, right around here, so 30, let's say 35. So if we can get it at 35.05 and maybe put a stop loss below the 50-day moving average, yeah, that'd be a good investment. It'd probably be a swing trade, so you'd be holding on to it for a little bit longer. But that is TFSI. So let's go ahead and see NVDA. All right, NVDA. Boop, 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 boop. NVIDIA. All right, let's see here. Interesting. I would say, so NVIDIA has been on just this monster tear. Overall, the context of the chart is bullish. So when I see the 50-day moving average way above the 200 and this nice big upward spread, it's bullish. However, if you can see the past of it, it hit the 50-day moving average, moves up, comes back down, touches it, moves up, comes back, touches it, moves up. My guess would be, day trade on Webull, what do you use to pick your stocks? Sorry, when you day trade on Webull, what do you use to pick your stocks? So I am in an inner circle. So I have my laptop that has Thinkorswim, and I have a couple screeners set up on there. It's free. That's also where I use my level 2s. They're free. Where Webull, you have to pay like $20 a month, and I just don't feel like doing that. I never actually use the scanner on Webull. It just doesn't have enough functions for me. The inner circle that I'm in, you can go to claytrader.com. I don't know what the cost is anymore. I got it a long time ago, and they're pretty good at alerting certain stocks. But the only thing is, when they alert it, you have to know what they mean. Like it's complicated terminology that they use. Like especially if you've been doing it for a while, you might understand it. But if they're like, NVDA fade 1 minute, like you have to understand what that means. Like they're looking at the 1 minute chart and they're looking for a potential fade opportunity at a certain point. So I'd recommend that if you know that. If you don't, you can just use a screener at Thinkorswim. It's pretty powerful, and you could really customize it to how you want it. I use this for my screener, Finviz. I don't know if you saw me using this, but it's free, so you can click the screener tab, and you can go to all these different patterns if you choose to, or you can search different candlesticks. There's just a lot of different ways you can go about it. I set up some presets myself. And that's what I do. So hope that helped. As far as NVIDIA goes, if this is a day trade, you have to really let it play out by the day and see where it goes. So there's a couple ways you can go about it. If it gaps down in the morning, I would be looking for more momentum to the downside. So I'd play momentum if I'm day trading. If it gaps way up, I might look for a pullback and then go long. If I'm doing this long term, it's not oversold anymore. However, there was this pretty big gap up. So I would right out of the gate, I would say if I'm doing this a long-term investment and I wanted to wait for the best position, I would say maybe start scaling in around this range, 274. Because it looks like that was resistance and then it popped up. Or if you want to be, a little bit more, conscious on where you put the price, I would say down in this range. Because it seems also like there was a lot of boom, got rejected, came up, got rejected. I mean, it broke a little bit. It was kind of fake, and then rejected. And that happens to be right around the 50-day moving average. So I'd say I would probably, if I was investing in NVIDIA, I would wait for it to come back down to the 50-day moving average. And I would probably have my stop loss, right around this range, I guess, would be my guess. Been day trading for about a year. Nice. I have been studying charts and technical analysis for a couple years, but I have not been full-time day trading up until pretty recently, and now I'm just paper trading because I wanted to move my money into gold and silver, and then just have some cash holdings for if an opportunity came about, which I kind of talk about in some other videos. And gold, oh my gosh! So if you watch the weekly scan, I on Fridays or Saturdays, let's put up Tesla. Tesla, sheesh! You guys are naming monsters. Tesla. So funny thing about Tesla. Tesla's my bae. Yeah, seriously though, that thing moves like crazy. You can make a lot of money day trading Tesla. You could also lose a lot of money, but you can make a lot of money. So Tesla's just been on this ridiculous tear to the upside. As far as a long-term investment, I probably wouldn't move into it right now, just because it's so hard to say where it's going to go. And plus, it's been floating around the oversold territory for quite some time. So, I mean, you could wake up tomorrow and have this thing down at $500. Not quite that much, but you can, because it's such a quick mover. It moves in and out. But I do notice this. If you were day trading, check this out. Sorry, so I'm just reading these comments. I'm taking the risk. I worked 16 to 18 as much as I could, and now I'm 18, only trading in online business. Dang, dude. Shoot! You gotta send me a message. Let me know what's up. That's pretty rad. So Anti-Society is only 18-year-old, and you're trading and you have your own online business. That's what's up, dude. See, I wish I can be like that, man. I'm 32 and I have a full-time job. Shoot. Tell me about it. Okay, so yeah, here's Tesla. Check this out. It got rejected around the 750 marker. If it can break, 950 marker, and gosh, it's so volatile of a stock. It's so, like, I move it just a little bit and it like jumps way up, way down. If it breaks 950 and it's like a real breakout, I could see this thing easily moving into the $1,000 range quite easily. But it has to first break above it, and when it does, it'd probably bring in a lot more like excitement to it. So you'd have a lot of traders, just momentum traders coming in. But as far as a long-term trade, I just wouldn't do it right now, just because there's so much eyeballs on it. There's so much attention on it. It's also Tesla 4000. You're probably right. Like, it honestly probably could go to 4,000. Who honestly knows? There's so much attention on it. Right now, there's actually some attention. They're saying the new Tesla stock is Virgin Galactic, SPCE, which is Virgin Galactic. So this one, like, did you see? Like, look at this move: $11 to $40. Like, quick, damn! With the quickness, it is oversold. So you might be seeing a little bit of pullback here. Let me see what we got. Small business online, just a clothing brand, but extra income. Dude, if you're making money online, like, you're already doing something right. That's pretty cool. Little clothing company. That's what's up, man. It's cool. Is it called Anti-Society? Just a random guess. And I wish I could get out of a W-2 paycheck. Carl wishes he can get out of a W-2 paycheck. Shoot, tell me about it. The golden handcuffs. That's what we call the W-2 paycheck. You make a lot in a corporate or state job, and they kind of they got you in them golden handcuffs. I do enjoy my job. I like my job quite a bit, but so SPCE. Let me see here. Yeah. See that nasty wolf candle right here? Let me eclipse it. That guy right there. And it was right when it was in oversold territory. I'm thinking that there's going to be a pretty good pullback here, maybe to a previous level of support. So I'd say maybe right around this range, and then I would say, yeah, let's get in a couple more shares here and maybe do a swing trade with it. That'd be nice to see the pullback happen. See some panic, people get scared, and then you kind of jump in when everyone else is panicking. Ugly Bear Co. Cool, man. I'll check that out. That's what's up. Do you have a website? Is it uglybear.co? That'd be clever. Or is it uglybearco.com? Or is it uglybearco.co? Oh. So what? Yeah, I feel ya. I still have like a Hotmail address from when I was 14. I don't want to repeat it out here though, because it's embarrassing. And I probably have 1 million viewers right now. So What are some other stocks? Let's hear it. If I don't got any other ideas, I'm just gonna kind of pull up still. Still scanning to find something maybe pop up. Post website to clothing. Hey, Anti-Society. Carl wants you to post your website up. Oh shoot! I'm getting comments from chicks. Hell yeah, she hot right there. What's up, baby? No, I'm just kidding. That's my wife. Hi. I'm gonna say hi back. All right. Let me see. I'm going back to. Let me just pull up some of my presets here. Say pending breakout. Let's see if we have anything coming up. Stock equals Papa John's. Stock, like, you want me to look up Papa John's? I mean, or do you want me to like make money doing stocks and then buy Papa John's pizza? Or both? Oh, dude, Anti-Society. The two other people in here, now that you just mentioned Clash of Clans, they're huge clashers, man. Uh-oh, that's dangerous. That's dangerous that you just said that. Now you guys are going to be playing Clash of Clans. Now you got to drop your username in the comment if you still play. It'd be hilarious, dude, if you worked. Because Lewis probably left. Lewis hasn't said anything for a minute, man. Son of a gun. Carl's on, though. Carl plays. Look up Papa John's. I'll look up Papa John's. Let me look up Papa John's. Papa John. Oh my gosh. Papa John's ticker symbol is PZZA. It's pretty gangster. It's pretty gangster, Papa. Okay. Carl, you're coming up with some good stocks here. You have to wait a little bit for actually, you know what? AMD. Okay. Oh, Lewis, you are there. Hey, dude. What's up, man? All right. So AMD, I'll pull up here in a second. Okay. So Papa John's, baby. I would say, so the RSI is almost oversold. It's not quite there. And Papa John, or RSI indicator can actually technically be oversold for a long time, as you've seen with Tesla stock. He doesn't play no mo. So it looks like I would wait for just a little bit more of a pullback, maybe into this range, and then I would personally start getting in to this if I was going long, this range right here. Yeah. Only because it'll allow for to get me into a better price range by pulling back. And then you have this 50-day support, which has been pretty darn supportive. Overall, yeah, this is another good one. It's just, I would imagine it could be pulled back just a little bit before it goes. But it also, I mean, on the other side of that, I mean, if you don't wait for a pullback, it could be breaking out right now because this was rejected, came up, it was rejected, and then it finally broke out. So it could be just doing a pullback. And that's a real breakout too, because it's not like it just stayed there and came back. It stayed there for 2 days. Each of these candles represents a day. So it broke out. It could be back testing this area right here. It could be back testing $67 basically, and then moving more to the upside. So this might as well, I mean, and the volume, I'm checking the volume here too. On the breakout day of that previous support, it wasn't huge volume, but it was bigger than average. So this could be the start of something bigger, in my opinion. Nice work. All right, AMD. Let's pull up that AMD monster. Dude, this is my first live stream. This is actually kind of fun. Shoot, I like doing this. AMD. Dang, dude. I honestly feel like all US stocks have been on a monster tear. So it doesn't really matter which one I pull up. They've all been just ripping and ruin up. It's kind of crazy because a lot of the YouTube videos that I'm like seeing out there that are trending are about like dividend investing. And yeah, dividend investing is, you know, it's not dumb to do that. I mean, you can make a lot of money investing in dividends. But the problem that I see with most of these videos is that they're all US based stocks. So if the market takes a big toll, or if we wake up like a, you know, like a Black Friday or something like that, or a Black Monday, their whole portfolio gets disintegrated and they're going to be like, frick. And I don't know if they know how to handle those type of panics. They could just say, well, then it's the perfect time to buy more, which would probably be the right thing to do, depending on where they're at. But I don't know. Right now, I'm heavily invested, kind of both. Well, one, I guess, gold and silver, I have quite a bit in. I'll pull up a chart. So here's AMD, Lewis. Sorry, I'm kind of getting off on a tangent. AMD. This is actually pretty nice, dude. So look at this. So you have all this panic right here. It went from almost $60 down to $53. So that's a $7 move right there. There's creating some panic. But where it stopped, where you can see this little wick formed, was right by previous support. So there's no signs that it's going to actually slow down the movement to the downside. So I would probably wait till I see some sort of hammer candle form. And a hammer candle would look something like this. Basically like this, and then like that, you know? So I would say if it pulls back, it probably would do this. That it would make that little move around the 50-day moving average, and that would be a good opportunity to start putting some money into AMD. You feel the same way about dividend investing? Yeah, I know it. Sheesh. I gotta tell all these other dividend investor movie people, content creators that are super more popular than me. I gotta tell them what's up. We'll see how that goes. Netflix. Okay. So Carl gave me VZ. I'll do VZ first. That's Verizon. Verizon, one of those strong dividend paying stocks. Live stream, I'm planning on doing a live stream for about 30 minutes to an hour on every Saturday. Or Friday. I haven't quite got that all worked out yet, but the reason why I'm doing this is because then you get to kind of see my screen and my thought process. But then I'm going to compact it into a weekly scan video, unless that's just too much. I've been putting out a lot of videos. It's kind of tiring, but I do enjoy it. Let me see this. AMD pattern, 37.5 has the same setup, 80% chance of the bounce to the back up. Let me see. I want to see this really quick. Before I get into VZ, let's see. AMD, 37.5. 37.5. Yeah, you're right. Are you saying that at 37.50, the same setup, 80% chance of a backup? Yeah, I would highly agree. Especially if it comes back. If it came all the way down to 37, that would be a rock solid buy. That's almost a 50% drop, in my opinion. No, not in my opinion. It's almost a 50% drop from 60 down to 36. So, and then that's the Godfather moving average, you know, the 200. So that would be a lot of panic. And then that would be, if I'm hearing you correctly. But yeah, definitely that would be I would definitely move some money in there for sure. Okay, so VZ. Let me see VZ. Verizon Communications. Whoa, it's been volatile. Volatile for Verizon, at least. Verizon's not too fast of a moving stock. Its beta is probably -0. I don't really know what it is, but let me see here. It's floating around the 200-day moving average. And the MACD is kind of showing this downward momentum. It's not any sort of negative divergence because it's also the chart's moving sideways or downwards too. Let me pull up the weekly chart because Verizon's not one of those stocks that you just buy to like trade. It doesn't really move quick enough. I mean, you can. It's just very slow. The weekly chart. I wish that the MACD was showing. Let me see if I can show you the MACD. I wish that the MACD right here was showing some sort of signs of strength. Now, the only sign that I do see, it's not below 0. That's a good sign. If this same look for the MACD was below 0, I would put more weight on it. This is the weekly chart, by the way. The RSI is not really giving me anything. It's kind of just in the middle. But on a good note, I'd say that this hammer candle formed. It's kind of had this pullback, and it's been sitting around this 50-day moving average. And last, I mean, if you just look at the history of it, when it hits this 50-day moving average, you can see movements up, and it acts as a good support. So I can easily see Verizon breaking above eventually up to the 62 range. It's actually funny. I actually looked at this chart a while ago, but if I pull up a year, check this pattern out. I'm gonna give extra bars here. 7 update. Okay. Oh, not the weekly, the daily. I have thought about day trading earnings reports. Yeah, I have, and you can do really well. I did day trade earnings report. I didn't trade before the earnings. However, when earnings came out, I traded the momentum of the gap up or gap down, but I didn't trade the previous to earnings. Now, I thought about it. I thought about trading options up to earnings reports, but the thing about with options and implied volatility is like you can go long, and even if the price goes up because of the implied volatility, you can see that you might not even make any money. It's a whole nother ball game. But yeah, let me see. BZ RSI. Every touch on the 50 SMA also hits around the 40. Yeah, you're right. Yep, you're right. And more to your point, it's right by that 50-day moving average on the daily. So yeah, it would be a good opportunity, I think, in my opinion, to be long. Why not? For the weekly. What am I looking at right now? I'm looking at the daily right now. I think, yeah, that's why I meant the weekly. Correct. Okay, so this is what I saw for, oh, you know what? What am I looking at? What was I doing? I don't know. I guess I was thinking of something. Maybe I'm thinking of another chart that I was looking at. This right here is interesting. Right there. We're kind of running around this range. Rejected, down, kind of came up sideways, bounced above, support, bounce, boom, support. And then now it's kind of down. So it'd be nice to see this go back above it. They have this 200-day moving average. I honestly think Verizon could be moving up unless there's some big report or something like that shoves it down, which I just don't see happening in the relatively close future. So let me see here. Let me see. You said Netflix. Netflix is another beast. Let me see where that's at. The streaming wars. You know what I thought would be really cool about Netflix? I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere. Is what if Netflix started integrating content creators? So it's not just professionally curated stuff by Netflix, but they also had its own channel where you can go see content creators work, kind of like YouTube, but you can get approved to put stuff out onto Netflix where they can see, I don't know, stuff like that. So basically, YouTube integrated into a Netflix. It'd be kind of cool. So then if you create content, you can be on Netflix. It'd be kind of sweet. And it'd be relevant. I feel like that would bring a lot more users and attention to the platform. Not that it needs any more. I mean, it is popular. All right, Netflix. It was just oversold in the RSI. Pretty simple right there, right? It was above 70. And it did that right around, so this is always cool. Check this out. This is why I love charts, dude. I love technical analysis. So yeah, the RSI, like I said, it was right oversold right around. Come on now. Oversold right here. Well, look at the candle that formed. I mean, it's hard to see it, but let me see. Thanks. Yeah. Right, dude? It would be cool. Maybe I should pitch it to Netflix. See if they respond. They won't, but you never know. So the candle that formed, the RSI, oh my goodness. okay, the red candle that formed with the RSI, it's a negative, or they're called wolf candles. I mean, they're all inverted hammer. They're called all kinds of names. I call them a wolf, and the reason, well, I don't, that's what I learned, but the reason why I call it a wolf is you have all the sheeps moving to the upwards direction, and then you get this indicator, this candle, which was once a green candle, right? It went all the way up, but then it pulled all the way back. Call that a wolf. So it's a a sheep in wolf's clothing, and then you see this pullback happen. See, you're seeing this pullback, and then you had the RSI started moving inward. So I would just say on Netflix, it's also strong company, right? I mean, I don't know the fundamentals of it, but I can look at the technicals. I would say pull back to a 360 range, and then I would probably buy. But then again, it's a fast moving stock, so you could day trade this as well. Yeah. And then also this level too kind of stands out to me right here. If you want to be a little bit more patient, wait for it to come down here, pull back to the 350-ish range. Yeah, 350, because then you have the support of the 50-day moving average, and you have the support of the previous history. So that would be Netflix. Yeah. Let's see. So how is the live stream going so far? This is, like I said, my first one. I don't know if you guys can see everything that I'm doing all that great. I don't even know if you can see my comments at all for the most part, or what the delay is, I guess. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, I'll figure it out eventually. So I think, you know what? I think that was a good for the first day. I'm not going to overdo it here. Anti-society, dude, thanks for joining, bro. I appreciate that. Good luck with your online business. That's pretty cool. And good luck with day trading. Yeah, I'll be back next. What's up? Next Saturday. So I'll be on next Saturday. And then I'll also put out a video for the weekly scan that just goes over my kind of analysis. So, all right, guys. Thank you for joining. I will talk to you all later. Bye.